ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا کور دا د باتورانو کور.
In the name of Allah, good evening and welcome to this hour's news. Today is 16th of September 2024. I'm Suleiman Talash and this is RTA News. The leader of the Islamic Emirate will make new appointments in some provinces including Kabul. At the same time, analysts are welcoming the latest election by the supreme leader of the Islamic Emirate in some provinces, including the capital of the country. More details in report.
The deputy spokesman of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan informs about the new appointments in a number of provinces near the capital city, according to the last order of Amir al-Mu'minin Hafazahullah.
Haji Abdul Qahir Idris,
former Deputy of Revenue and Customs of the Ministry of Finance, will be the head of the Department of Statistics and Information. Dr. Faqir Muhammad Ziyar, the former head of the Department of Statistics and Information, will be the head of the Medical Council of the Ministry of Public Health. Maulavi Sharifullah, the former head of the Economy of Helmand Province, will be the commander of Farah Province. Maulavi Muhammad Gul Saeed, the former chief of Farah Province Court of Appeal, will be the head of Kandahar Province Military Court. Maulavi Ghulam Rahman Kazim, former head of Nangarhar Valley of Agriculture, will be the head of Emirate Irrigation and Sewerage Company. Maulavi Ghulam Rasul Ehsani, former chief of Kandahar Military Court, has been appointed as the chief of Farah Province Appeal Court.
At the same time, some analysts welcome this order from the supreme leader of the Islamic Emirate and add that changes are the principle of the governance, and now the Emirate employees are committed to obeying the orders.
Now in the Islamic Emirate, it is a happy place where all the officials obey the leaders. The principles of administration and management are also observed. The division of duties, the establishment of responsibilities, and the ideas of the establishment of the institution are also applied here. If the district governor become the governor, if the minister become the governor, no one made a noise. From this, it's clear that the leader of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan implements his orders in entire territory of Afghanistan and shows a single government for the people of Afghanistan and for the world.
They add that before this, in the previous governments, when a person was changed to another institution by the president, the administrative hierarchy was not taken into consideration.
It was not like before. There would be many problems in the republic. When a person was changed, he would threaten them. But thankfully, now these issues have been resolved and people are much happier and it will be more beneficial.
According to analysts, if the obedience of orders and commitment to work in the Emirate institutions continue, problems will not take place in the government institutions and it will lead to further development of the institutions.
Najibullah Mahdi, ambassador of the Islamic Emirate to Malaysia, attended the 4th International Conference on Islamic Tourism in Kuala Lumpur. The conference was attended by Malaysian Minister of Tourism, a number of government officials and foreign ambassadors. The expansion of Islamic tourism, the latest statistics on tourism to Islamic countries, and cooperation between Islamic countries were discussed. The Ministry of Finance says that it has paid 2.7 billion Afghanis in remaining debts of some foreign organizations borrowed by the previous administration. The spokesperson of this ministry says that the payment was based on the decision of the Islamic Emirates leadership. Let's see more in this report.
The Ministry of Finance said that the remaining debts of the previous administration have been paid by this ministry based on the new decision of the leadership of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. According to the ministry spokesman, the previous administration borrowed 2.7 billion Afghanis from foreign organizations, which has now been paid by this ministry. It also plans to pay off the remaining debts of some other institutions this year.
د مالیې وزارت افغانستان اسلامي امارت
According to the decision of the leadership of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, the Ministry of Finance has paid 1.7 billion Afghanis from the debts of a number of foreign institutions on the system. About 910 million Afghanis to the World Bank and 1.9 billion Afghanis to the Asian Development Bank have been paid.
پور بیرته ورکول شوی دی.
On the other hand, economic experts consider the payment of the debts of the previous administration by the Ministry of Finance as an expression of economic stability in the country, saying that paying off debts can create a new investments and provide job opportunities for thousands of people.
The payment of foreign institutions loaned by the Ministry of Finance of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan is not only an expression of economic stability in Afghanistan, but it can also lead to other new investments and the start of new projects that were ongoing in the previous government and have now stopped. On this basis, it sends a clear message to the countries and institutions of the region and the world that they can provide economic, political, and other assistance to Afghanistan and the world. We are committed to helping in the areas we can.
This is while the Islamic Emirate has not received any loan from any foreign country or organization in the past 3 years. It is also planned and trying to pay off the remaining debts of the previous administration.
A memorandum of understanding on joint cooperation between the National Disaster Preparedness Agency and IAM organization was signed by Mullah Nuruddin Turabi and the head of the IAM International Aid Organization. In this meeting, Mullah Nuruddin Turabi said that the leadership of this organization is trying to deliver their donations to the deserving people as soon as possible. The reconstruction of Bamiyan Airport worth more than 40 million Afghanis began with the presence of a delegation from the Ministry of Transport and Civil Aviation and the governor of Bamiyan province. Maulavi Abdullah Sarhadi, the governor of Bamiyan, said during the launch of the project that the project will reconstruct the damaged parts of the airport that disrupted flights. Maulavi Abdul Wali Haqqani, the Deputy Minister of Health Services of the Ministry of Public Health, visited the Directorate of Radiology Center and Central Laboratories in the capital, Kabul. In this visit, the Deputy Director of Health Services, along with a close visit to the different health departments of the Radiology Center, listened to the suggestions of the health workers in this center and assured that the necessary measures will be taken. He also visited the various health departments and the Directorate of Central Laboratories and listened to the recommendations of the officials of the Directorate to strengthen the services of the Diagnostic Department and assured of full attention to this department. And the final one is that the construction of a water supply network at a cost of 4 million Afghanis was completed and put into use in Sabri district of Khost province. The Ministry of Rural Rehabilitation and Development says that with the construction of the network, about 300 families in the district will benefit from safe drinking water. That's all for tonight. We will be back with some more news updates. Until then, stay tuned. Have a great night.
ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د